BV. It's more than roleplay. Oh, all right. I think we're all set and ready to go. I am loading up ASKA for the night. So, if you're already here or whatnot, what's up? If you're not, it is a stream, and of course on YouTube I'll do some cuts. But goodness gracious, it's been a minute since I played this save, and now I need to know what I was doing. So I have already maxed everything ASKA in terms of, achievements and whatnot. I've learned this game well enough now to kind of know what to do, what not to do, etc. That doesn't necessarily mean that this save is a good state, but if we have time, I want to be very clear about that. Time is everything in ASKA. You can obviously set yourself straight. So taking a look at this, and if you can look at my top right hand corner of the screen, it's already summer. Actually, take a look real quick. It's already summer. I have 2 villagers, which means I've lost a fair amount of time. That means I need to fix this save. Now, I recall we accidentally summoned Fenrir, so we have a problem with that, but we'll deal with the demon dog another day. We need to take a look. I've got plenty of wood. I've got plenty of food. Okay, so we're going to turn this around. And I'm going to be super fast builder and so on and so forth. Yeah. This is honestly a good thing if I think about it. Yeah. Okay. So let's get started. Like I said, we got to fix this save. From everything I've learned about this game from playing for a while now, I know that I'm limited on time, and we're gonna make things happen quickly. So first things to do is to fence off our living space. This will be our encampment, and I already have the general idea on how this seed works in terms of this location. I'm gonna say right now, out of every map seed I've tried when I was doing all of the achievements, this is my favorite. It's legitimately my favorite. And I know I'm saying that, it sounds really megalomaniac because, it's my handle, my character name, my Twitch name, but it really is a solid location. There's already a cave over there, so we have access to metalworking almost immediately once we unlock it. We don't have to do any like crazy trade routes or anything like that to make that work for us. There, we're surrounded by woods. We have the coastline pretty close, and we have lots of opportunities for various different types of resources. That said, I'm completely undefended. Yeah, I'm fixing that now, but fixing it's kind of gonna be a little bit of a time suck. It's already day 6. It's the beginning of summer, so that's good to call out. So I have space to make mistakes. I think it's important for anybody who is getting started with this game, because a lot of people, both on Steam and on various different discussion forums I saw, was like, yeah, your first time playing, you're not gonna know what to do, which is kind of true. But if you take a moment, when you hit tab, the game is paused. Time is not progressing when you're looking at this screen, unless you click a character or one of the structures to give out a task. If you're looking at an information resource like this, for example, time is not progressing forward. So you have time to read through the tutorial and see what you need to do. The absolute basics are in here if you read screen by screen, but a lot of people aren't doing that, and I recognize that. Hell, I didn't do it. However, even still, when you're sitting here looking at what I need to do, you can figure out pretty quickly what needs to get built and what doesn't need to get built. That said, I don't have time to waste setting in the build menu with you guys, so let me get things rolling. I don't even know what materials I have currently. We're hungry, I see that. We're thirsty, I see that too. Let me finish the outline. I don't think we'll die before anything happens here, but you never know. So what am I doing? I'm essentially going to create a fence line around where I believe we will exist as people, and that will give us a few different types of protections, but it's important to get those things going. Come on. All right, so for stream, I'm probably gonna make use of the torch, even though I don't need it. Like, for your game, don't do this. It's a waste of resources to sit around with the torch so you can see at night, because you can honestly see by hitting your little Z button and outlining things that you need. But on stream, it's not a good experience to be looking in this super dark, layout, and I get that. So I'll do my best to use the torch, especially when it makes sense at the moment. And it doesn't make sense at the moment, but once it gets darker, it will. I think that's far enough with our line. Okay. Number 6, please. Come on. Rain lasts a bit, yes. So thunderstorms last for a few hours at a minimum. Usually you don't get, thunderstorm and other major events, but they do happen sometimes. Yeah, I'm trying to get my general layout going. Like I said, we've already lost some time. I do have a workspace, which is good. Actually, maybe I should inventory what I have. I have a gallery spot, a gatherer's pit, a woodcutter's pit, a stone pit, and the workshop. That's good. Trippy toad. So I'm not in a terrible spot, but I will say right now, I'm still not in the best spot, and the major reason for it is if we go to our galler's pit real quick, you're gonna see two things. One, the hut needs to get built. Two, I don't have any crap. Flax? What's the name of the thing? That stuff. No, I do have some. This, fibers, which are going to come from various different plants, and we want to stock up on fibers to the point where I would say it is unnecessary to have all of these feathers, and luckily for us, we can change the priority listing for our gatherer to not get things like that. If you don't want something to stockpile in your system, don't let it stockpile in your system. If you want something to stockpile, increase the priority. Super important for us. I do want to get these type of mushrooms. The other ones are fine, but you have to cook these two. This is safe to eat on its own. And cancel beetroot. Alright, so we set our priorities. We have plenty of food to work with, though, which is good to call out. I don't have a shelter on this thing. Crap. Okay. I think it's hilarious how much crap I have going on in this spot. I'm super unorganized, and I was still doing well, which is actually kind of a good thing to say about this game. You can make lots of mistakes at the beginning and be fine moving into the winter. I will say that now for a person who has done everything achievement wise this game has to offer. I haven't done all the combat that comes with the game, and let me point out that real quick. You'll know if you're doing the combat stuff or on the combat grind once you start unlocking things. The fire stone, you have to kill this Jarl. The earth stone, you have to kill Fenrir. So it's important to go ahead and do those things so you can unlock other special abilities, but it's not the core elements of this game. I just want to call that out. Drink some water real quick. If your character dies, at the game simply end. No. So how death works in this game, which I have not personally died on any of my saves, funny enough, but how death works in this game is you take over the body of one of your current living villagers, and so you can possess another villager's body and you continue to play. I believe their entire body morphs into your look and feel, but you basically sacrifice them so you can live again. So important. Now if you have no villagers and you die, that's when it's over. So I had somebody coming. I didn't even notice. I don't have a shelter for you. Crap. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that. I need to eat first. So sorry, dude. And you came in the middle of the night. Terrible timing. Okay, wait. Grab some cabbage. I'm gonna cook the cabbage and not die. I don't think I've ever pushed my character this hard before. Like I said, I haven't actually played the save since the last time we streamed, which is all the, week-ish ago, and I've already put in 60-ish hours into this game. So I've been playing it, and I've been playing other things. That way I understand the game, I've gotten my achievements, so on and so forth, just to, cover all of that stuff. But on this save, we're going to readjust fire, so that way we can get ourselves right, and that's the important thing to do. Wait for it. Cooked. Eat. Cooked. Grab, grab, grab. Eat, 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 eat. Good to go. Alright, dude. Next up, let's get our new person, our place to live. When I say live, it very loosely. These shelters are not great, especially come winter time, but not a big deal. Like, I'm just gonna call it on. Now we have enough time. Even, readjusting our fire in the middle of summer, or at the beginning of summer. We have summer and autumn to get ourselves straight. We already have the workstation over here. We already have enough villagers to be satisfied with. Like, there's gonna be no issues with the amount of villagers we have, so that's nice. And then, yeah, it's all about fixing things up. I'm gonna reuse some of this, so that's good. So, build fence line, 1-2 fence, go. This is a good time to pull out the torch. No, I can't pull out the torch in the middle of the rain. I can. Interesting. This fence is here to there. Okay, so we'll just close this off like this. And shelter at least more than a tent. Yes. Well, it's basically a tent, for this game. Ooh, that's gonna be weird. But we're gonna deal with this. Come on. One. Build. New. Gate. That arrow points that way. So anyway, readjust fire and keep it moving. That's the whole point, right? The villager that just showed up should build their own shelter. So if you look at the top left hand side corner of my screen, you're going to notice the long stick count went from 2 to 1. That tells you they are building their shelter space. And that's the good part about, setting these things up. So reset. Once he's done, we will move on to the next task. Okay, wait, so I'm currently fencing off the area. I didn't need to keep this fire going, that's my bad. Again, I'm kind of in panic mode. We're good to make some adjustments. Okay. Cooking house. I need the gatherer's hut, which means once he's done with that, I want you to come over here and build this. When you pin your builds, they will prioritize them in the order of which you pin them. So the shelter should come first. Following the shelter, they'll move on to the gatherer's hut. And once the gatherer's hut is complete, then we'll move on to the cooking station, the cooking house. And those are important. So trying to get it done. Like I said, we're readjusting the save a little bit from the knowledge we've obtained from other saves. Okay. Now, why fence your entire area? One, yes, it does keep, those rat-looking things away from all your storage, which is still true. I also learned it reduces how many different, blood mood spawns you're gonna get, and it's mostly because of the pattern. So, how this game seems to work, and this is an observation, right? Your eye-looking thing over there, where are you? Where's the one I have in this camp? I don't remember. There it is. That thing is effectively what the blood mood spawns attempt to come and destroy. So when you build it, this is now your home, your primary base location, right? And that's how the game registers it. So if you don't have it at all, then effectively there's no reason for the enemies to spawn. So I found that to be interesting. The other side of it is when they can't find a direct path, the game has to determine whether or not to spawn said monsters. So if you have an entire fence line around your base, only certain spawns will happen, you know, at certain times. Good example, the bear. At this point, the game's been out long enough. It is not a surprise to anybody to know that right before winter hits, there is going to be a bear that is going to try to come, wreak havoc, kill everybody, so on and so forth. That bear is guaranteed to spawn. You can't do anything about that. You can glitch it. I figured that out, and I didn't personally do it, but I watched somebody do it. Or what you can do is kind of redirect it to tension. So I managed to kite the bear, and then because skeletons spawned after I took down one fence, and it was like almost immediately, I took down a fence right before the bear came out. Bear spawn, skeleton spawn, which I thought was hilarious. And the skeletons and the bear didn't fight each other. They seem to acknowledge each other as, you know, friendlies, which is good. But because of all the confusion, the bear just left. It was like, wait a minute, spawn here should not be happening at the same time, therefore. So you can reduce and control when you deal with the blood moon by having a strong fence line. It's defenses. It's the easiest way to explain it. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I messed that up. Let me get rid of you. I do want to make you good here. The games have you fighting any? Does this game have you fighting any spirits? No. I don't know if I should say spirits. I mean, you know, I got undead skeletons and other mythical creatures, so maybe we can call them spirits. Maybe we should call them spirits. That's not right. By the way, for those of you who do not know, I'm just pressing the L key, which stands for build again in this game. So if you have something you're going to build repetitively, just press the L key. You don't have to keep keep bringing up the build menu. But when you do need to switch over, you switch. That becomes the primary, and every time you press L, it'll come up again. All right, so this is not straight, right? Oh, not a big deal. I'll just call it out before somebody hits me up in the comment section talking about, dude, you can't even build straight. I know. It's harder than you think, actually. It's kind of one of the things I wish they would do something about. I wish there was some type of snapping, like proper snapping. This tells you these posts are going to connect. That's nice, but it doesn't actually do a snapping at a 90 degree, 180 degrees, etc. So, all right. Now, like I said, I'm going to make use of what we already have in this save. So this is going to be my turn, and we'll call it there. So this creates an entire enclosure, which is good. Now, next thing I want to point out for this save, we're going to do that. And we're good. Why did that happen? I don't care. Where are you? Let's get your shelter going, dude, so that way we don't have to think about this anymore. Do I have some rope? Okay. Let's go get some stuff. Do I have weapons? Yes, I've done fighting in this save. That makes sense. Fair amount of fighting. I've got extra axes, which is bad. I'm gonna start dropping these feathers. We don't need them right now, so we're not gonna use the space for them. What am I thinking about? Okay, my woodcutter guy is doing his job, so I'm not gonna give him too much crap. But sticks are absolutely the priority there, so. Okay. Good there. Well, I need ropes. Easy way to make ropes. If you don't go off and find various other things, just take some bark and disassemble it. So bark becomes fiber. That fiber will become your rope. Simple enough, right? All right. So, like I said, it is summer already, and I need to get some things done. So we're trying to move quickly. It's kind of the point, right? The other thing I actually want to call out is I've seen a lot of people talk about, oh, you need a farm when you get started and whatnot before winter. You don't. You do not need a farm. That is fake news. We use that term. I'm also going to say that in truth, to survive, effectively survive, maybe not thrive, but to effectively survive come winter time, 4 people is enough. So, not including yourself, 4 people truly is enough. You can do it with 3. It's going to feel like a grind. If you have up to 7, I'm just going to say make sure you have a good cooking station and you have no problem with cooking lots of food. If you're not the cook of your environment, you're probably going to go wrong. Just put that out there too. So, yep. Is it a stick or a branch? It's in Oh, they are sticks in this game, unlike Project Zomboid. So they are sticks in this game. I'm gonna drop my ropes. So because of how the AI is currently set up, and because of the jobs that I have, ooh, I need somebody else to do this crap. Okay. Okay. Well. So what just happened to me? Because we need to build lots of stuff, this builder is probably going to end up being my person who does my workshop. Because somebody has to make our tools when they go bad or break, for example. We should always have hammers available. We should always have axes available. We should always have rocks. And just do it this way, right? No, let's do it this way. Always have rocks. We should always have rope. You know what? That shouldn't be that. 10 rope is fine. So, hammer, axe, rope. What else needs to get made constantly to make sure we're good to go? We're not doing. Man. Think. What's happening? I need to do another spawn, don't I? I need to assign you this home. Yeah. So I've only got those 3 going, which means I need to handle, personally, need to handle all the cooking, and I need to handle all of the stone gathering. Do I have a stone hut? I've got the woodcutters over there. I've got gathering there. Uh-oh. I don't have structure. I do have a stone. So where's the stone cutter location at the moment? Game. Wait. Map. It does show on the map. Okay. So wood. I have the stone cutter pit all the way over there. Oh, that's a terrible spot for it. It's about to get moved. Yeah, I remember now because I didn't know better just yet. All right, that's fine. No big deal. We are going to disassemble you and move it. It makes no sense for it to be out here. We'll leave that there though because there is stone available. So yay. We're gonna pick up all the pieces and just rebuild you. By the way, when you disassemble something, when it's in good condition still, I have never tried disassembling something that was in bad condition, so let me say that now. But if you disassemble something that is in good condition, you can retrieve all of the resources that are associated with it back. So you don't lose anything by doing what I just did. Oh man. I'm pushing them really hard though. Water and food, important before we start losing health. Alright, so I've got... Ooh, I just realized something. I'm gonna... Okay. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. If this becomes my fence. No. It just got weird, and I know that. And I'm overthinking. Drink water. Let's grab some food real quick. Get some cooking going. I need to do roasting, unfortunately enough. For now. So that way everybody has food. I don't want them to eat raw food. And do that. Do this. Go, 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 go. Get it done, get it done, get it done. Came over here to find some firewood. And the onions cook pretty quickly when you're roasting them. So let me get back over here. And yeah, so animals, problem, food. So I know we were gonna eat all that. Drink some water. Good, 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 good. Noticing that I have a stream delay, so just want to call that out real quick. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's not uncommon. I'm just going to point out that it's longer than I'm used to. Anyway, yes, we know that we don't lose resources, which is why I had no problem with doing what I did. Sure. Come on. Oh no. Alright, good. Food, so everybody has food. Luckily for us, we can work through the night. So this is what I'm talking about right there, because these jerks start grabbing all your stuff and trying to eat it, which is why I need to get that going. But I can't run off to them while we're dealing with the fire. So, but it's a bad look. And I know I looked like an idiot beforehand, running around on stream trying to get rid of those guys. But now, it's even more important to get done quicker. Alright, dudes. Let's get this done. How do I want to go about it? Why are you using that one? Use the one that's low on condition. Alright, dudes. So, I am going to knock out this portion of the fence, it looks like, so that way I don't have to worry about the resources they make over here going bad or being eaten by these flipping rats. Goodness gracious. Got some sticks. I didn't mean to throw you, but good. Just have to work hard. Make it through. Make it through. Since you said earlier that winter is the only need for villagers. No. So at the moment, I need one more person. I do not have enough people. So taking a look, I have 3 villagers, right? So getting one more villager to handle the stone, that's when I'm ready to go. And now the good. Oh, I don't have my defenses up yet. Okay. Need to be ready to fight. Put you there. Where is the moon coming from? This direction. Do number 9 for now. And then we'll go from 9 to... There they are. What's up, dude? Whoa, yo, yo. Pay attention to me. You just gunning it over here, bro. You didn't even take out the weapon. Come on, hit me. I'm just gonna have to leave the rats to deal with these guys first. Alright, one down. I also want to point out that it is very common. Get out of here. That most of you are probably, you know, thinking you don't have enough resources throughout your playthroughs because these rats eat so much of it. And I will be very clear, and I've done some testing on that, right? How much crap will they go through? Guaranteed, if you don't have your stuff like well defended, half of what you collect could be eaten, being eaten, and you not even realize it. And if you do realize it, you're just feeding the local livestock, then shame on you. Shame on you. Anyway, all right, cool. Let's throw this in here real quick. Ooh, another follower. Hello. Fit. I'm just gonna go with Fit. Oh, you ain't gotta say anything, but I see you. I see you. Unfortunately enough, these guys are gonna keep testing my patience, and that is annoying. I'm gonna deal with that. Do I need to leave anything here at the moment? I don't think so. Take a look. No, I'll take everything with me because I can. Don't see any more enemies at the moment, but they can spawn. Oh. So I mentioned in the last stream, or last part, effectively what happens is nothing, you only get 3, you know, enemy spawns at the beginning. What are you eating? I didn't leave anything there. Sorry. Your first invasion, it'll only be 3 people. And then after that, you're good. After that, every blood moon can spawn anywhere from 2 to 8. And I've seen 8 in the first year of enemies that, you know, will come along. It doesn't make any sense for you to go over to the location they're spawning from, because you'll just be saying that for no reason. And they can spawn within a radius. It is similar to how your loot locations work. You know, the little markers that you put down for your people. So they can spawn within the radius of that marker. So you can accidentally miss them and they'll go to your village and kill somebody and you not realize it. So don't go to the spawn location. Let them come to you. It's kind of what I'm stating. I'm also going to point out, you know, the distance from the spawn location will always be about the same from where your base is to where they're coming from. So it gives you enough time to respond, but they do gun it. Like once they spawn, they're just racing to you. They don't walk over. It's not a leisure stroll to murder you. So yeah. In this game, mostly peaceful. Any unusual noises? I'm just looking everywhere. Yes. So outside of Project Zomboid, which, you know, there's lots of noises that keep you on edge. This game has a very peaceful, you know, experience. So when something sounds out of the ordinary, you should respond to it. Notice that I responded to the rats eating. You know when something is wrong. And I actually like that about this game. You know when something's wrong. Oh, I see one. I don't know if you see him, but I see him. Hey, skeleton, how you doing? What's up, buddy? Ooh, you got a shield. Is it gonna hold up to my axe? Come on. Alright, what did I say about holding up to my axe? It really did hold up pretty long though, actually. And you have been defeated, so. Okay, you're supposed to go down. It's one thing I don't like about the combat in this game. Hitboxes are a little strange. I think that could use some tuning. Oh, if I had to make any statements about the game, the hitboxes could definitely be changed just a bit. I also would like the idea, and I don't know if it's there or not. I'm just gonna state this: if when you do a headshot with the arrow, it actually gives some little crit, stun, something. You know, there should be a return on investment when it comes to bowmanship. And I'm gonna say that because this game's combat system isn't the greatest thing in the world, and yeah. Hitting with a bow is very satisfying. So give more return to that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We're good. Number 6, turn off. So would it be Pirates of the Caribbean? I'm confused by that statement. Are we saying, oh, dead skeletons, Pirate Caribbean, Jack Skeleton thing? Okay, I see what we're doing here. Oh, another interesting thing. These rats don't eat stuff that's already on the ground. It needed to be in a container first for them to eat. And I've noticed that. So use that information to your benefit, however you decide to look at it. But I think we're good. The blood moon doesn't go past 5:30 or 6, and I've noticed that spawns will stop at around 4. So I'm not worried about, invaders anymore. Oh, alright, so that X finally broke. So back to it, we will get the work done. I think, let me take a look at my storage real quick. There's enough food for my people, so I'm not going to worry about, cooking. We're just going to focus on getting our defenses set up. Here we go. Yep. I plan on using the bark to do all of my ropes that I need moving forward for now. Again, not the most effective way of doing it, but it can still get the job done. Alright, so day 8, blood moon should go away. There it is. And like I said, spawn was done, so no worries. Nobody is serving in the capacity of... Oh no! I forgot, I need to get the stone stuff going. Crap. Alright. Let's do that. I did forget. That's my fault. Super important. I need stones to start being collected so I can use those rocks. It's more important than anything else. We have plenty of resources available to us though. I kind of want to change this up a little bit. If I can stick you here and then move my fence line a little bit. What if we do that? So let's dismantle. Dismantle. And of course there were sticks here already. Dismantle. Alright. Dismantle. And then what I'm going to do is build fence line from... Okay, so that is accessible by the rats. And that's something that I do know. So we're going to fix that for sure. And actually, I'm going to fix it immediately. Oh, no, I'm not. I can't, because if I break it, there's nothing that protects us. Okay, I'll leave that alone then. Let's deal with that. Just a little bit. One. I have no idea why I did that, but it is what it is now, so. So, would you be additional... When would you get an additional villager? Once we get the stone cutting situation rectified, we will summon another villager. That is the plan. Because said stone cutter will handle that job, and said villager can take over their job in the hut. Alright, so that's what we wanted. These sticks can get picked up. And then we'll stick them over here. Yes. like I said, I need to finish doing what I was doing, which is putting the stone stuff down, right? Where are you? Here, here, here. Okay. So, woodcutter spot next to stonecutter spot, resources you gathered from over here. So that makes sense. And like I said, at this point now, what we're doing, all we're doing, is readjusting for the mistakes I made on this first time save with no experience with the game beforehand. But again, not a super big deal. All right, so luckily for us, we basically have all these materials. We did use some of our ropes, but we have plenty of bark available to us, so no worries there. One, two. You can't jump when you're carrying, you know, long stick storage, and I'm just throwing it over the fence so I can easily grab it. Alright, so that's that. Any sticks? 4. And then I'll go ahead and grab these two. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough. I got 5 instead of 4. Sorry. Now, in fairness, we are a very hard-working individual. Goodness gracious. When you're trying to survive out here in the wild, you got to be a hard-working individual. Because if you don't work, you shouldn't eat. It's just that simple. So when would you get an addition? Oh, I already answered that. My bad. So now that we're done here, and there should be no problems with that, I'm going to assign you from the work spot. Oh, wait, make sure it's woodcutter, gather spot. Yep. So you get to be assigned here, and you're going to be my person because we need to have that happen. So I know it's not your specialty. You'll get over it. It's another interesting part about this game. The specialty is basically your villager's skill level. So if you don't already know, everything has a proficiency skill level associated with it, and it's based on how often you do that thing. Your villagers get it too, and effectively just tells you know how good are they to start with something. But that doesn't mean they have to stick with it, and that's the interesting part, right? You can just say, hey, I know you're good at this thing, you're about to get good at this instead. And again, nothing wrong with that. Super important that everybody has a job. If you're not good at a job, you will become good at it. Alright. Let's get the ropes down. 3 more to go. How many more ropes? I can start building the frame, which is good. I just need to get sticks. Oh, all these are good on roofs? Yeah, most of them. Y'all, see, this is what I'm talking about. How many resources did y'all go through? God. It's probably a bunch of rope from all the fibers they just got done eating. That's the worst part about it. Okay, that's what it is. I need a rope. Somebody's doing their job. I'm not, so. So they will get more skills over time? Yes. Yes, they will. So, just like The Sims, assuming a character is loaded onto your map, and is performing that skill, they will get skill gains. So they have to do the thing to get skill gains for it, though. Super important. Since we had a blood moon last night, we should be good on, you know, any type of attacks. So calling that out real quick. Yeah. and take a look at our food situation real quick. Ooh, we just basically have berries. That's not good. Hold up. I need to fix something. What went wrong? Food gathering, you're too far. That's the problem. You have to go too far to get food effectively. I'm gonna fix that. My bad. Again, like I said, fixing the save. My real question is, will I have enough time? Good. That's what make it. Now, I love the ambience in this game. You know, the rainfall and whatnot. It's a solid feeling. I'm gonna do my best to avoid killing these things. Okay, so forest, and this is another thing I want to point out, and it's something that's not explained in this game. Every biome has different food that your character, your gatherer, can gather, right? So inside of this forest area here, you're gonna find mushrooms, you're gonna find berries. Will you find, you know, beets or carrots, for example? No. Garlic can be found, and it's based on the density of this forest. The more dense, the more of those mushrooms and other, you know, things that you would typically find in the forest. If you're in an open field like this, though, you would find cabbage, you'll find carrots, you'll find beets, which I guarantee you should have seen me already pick up a cabbage before, for example. So those are things to know, you know, having diversity and the areas your characters are going to forage from is going to change what type of food they're going to gather. Can your villager get sick? Yes. So villagers can get sick, and sickness is mostly tied to either eating bad food or being too cold. So like it raining right now means nothing. It's not going to do anything to us when it comes to sickness or not. Now, if it's raining and it was winter, for example, that will have a huge impact. But I've yet to see myself or a character get sick over something as simple as it's raining outside and we have limited coverage. Alright, so I forgot that I put this over here. So we just get started or finish building this out. I'm not super concerned about protecting the stones. You know, we can sacrifice some stones, but wood, rope, those things cannot be sacrificed at all. Looks like my gatherer already started doing what I wanted them to do. Let's take a look to see if I'm right. See, already got mushrooms and a bunch of them too. Got eggs from some different things, which you meat eaters out there, you know, the eggs are a solid choice for meat protein in this game. Especially when you have the cooking station. So poached egg is almost as good as a cooked meat soup in this game. Alright, so let's take a look real quick. Can we eat this mushroom without dying? We eat the mushroom, we feel energized. No negative effects come from eating said mushroom. So it's important to know that, if you don't already know, this mushroom is poisonous. It will not kill you. It's mostly like a tummy bug, right? This mushroom, safe to eat raw or cooked. And the other one that looks like 3 mushrooms combined can kill you just by eating the one if you don't have garlic to offset the level of poison you get. For my friends out there who were Boy Scouts, Eagle Scouts, etc., this is a game that's probably right up your alley. I'm gonna say that right now. But you know, if that's not your jam, it may not be. Okay. So not super concerned about bark, or at least holding on to bark right now. So I'm gonna turn that into. So you're not making the villagers vegan? Not at the moment. At the moment, it's about survival. Later, honestly, it is easier to be vegan in this game than it is try to hold on to lots of meat. Meat is a treat, which is true in real life, you know. Meat is a treat. The way that you feed a village is through farming, agriculture, and foraging. So, see, field, get a carrot. I do need to get my woodcutters and stuff. I need sticks, and nobody's working on sticks right now. What's the problem? Does my woodcutter need an axe? I will make some weapons for them later. Okay, let's finish up. We need to get more sticks and things. I am going to be this person real quick. We need to move faster on these sticks. I've been talking too much. I'm going to shut up and work. Not really going to shut up, but well, I'm not really going to shut up. I'm still going to be talking, but got to get to work. Got to get things done. Yep. So another interesting thing is when you are cutting down trees, most of the time you're going to get 5 to 6 sticks for no matter how large that tree is. You break down the long sticks or the logs to get more sticks out of that one tree, but you know, it's honestly faster just to knock down the tree, get the 5 to 6 sticks that you got, and then find the next one. Leave the longer sticks and things like that for another time. If you do it in an area that your woodcutter is also working in, they will collect the other materials. If you don't, everything will still be laying here, which isn't a bad thing. I'm going to call that out too. So, depending on how you decide to look at it. Okay. Good. Let's put them together quickly and nicely. Just becoming a hard-working individual, trying to get things done. Okay, so I need to start making some sacrifices to open this up, and that's not a bad thing. It's just recognizing that I'm committing to the process. Oh, flimsy, destroy. Go. Get going. Remember I said you don't lose resources, so that is a whole fence that gets moved, right? And we do it repeatedly. A whole fence that we take down from one spot and we erect at another spot. Because efficiency is key. Oh no, hammer. Alright, so I gotta use some sticks. Crap, to make another hammer. There we go. Yes. Now, I mentioned that, you know, committed because now I have a space that is unprotected, right? And the wood, in my personal opinion, is the absolute most critical resource out of everything that you should protect in this game. Wood should be your #1 priority. Oh god, and it's really just because sticks, long sticks, logs, etc. Yes, not only in every building, but every tool too. You know, everything that you do is likely going to have sticks tied to it. Wood tied to it in some way, shape, or form. So start there and protect it with your life. I would even protect the wood over a villager. That's how important it is. So, alright. Yeah, we're just gonna work through the night. Ooh, so I did have somebody ask me in a forum if I thought the sleeping mechanic was necessary and or made a difference in this game. I'm going to say yes. All right, let me say that right now, openly and honestly. You won't see me, especially during this save, because we're in kind of panic mode. Do any sleeping anytime soon. Like we don't have the luxury to sleep because we've lost some time. But I am gonna say that if you do take the time to sleep, the energy bonus that you get from resting your character is phenomenal. You will run faster, you can do more actions, so on and so forth, and it pays off. And you don't have to sleep very long. So once you get the bonus, all it's doing is sitting there until you start doing something with it, right? So a good way to look at it is if you can sleep for an hour to get an efficiency bonus of 5 hours, you would do that. Right? So it's just kind of one of those things, right? Number game. Alright, firewood, I'm gonna take it. I do think that I need to prepare myself from some stuff that I haven't been doing. Any sticks there? No, that's all bark. Okay, great. And that's why I said about long sticks, right? Breaking these down aren't as efficient as knocking down an entire tree, but you do what you can. You do what you can. Grab the carrot, because we eating still. We're eating raw for the moment. Speaking of that, I have plenty of food available. Those mushrooms are coming in nicely, so happy about that. Oh man, still getting a stick, okay. So what I was trying to avoid doing is taking down this fence. And it's mostly because I wanted to like move to, and you know what, I am going to do that, so. Wait. Corner, dismantle you, good to go. Take. Alright, so pathing is still a thing, right? And with those rats, if they don't have a immediate easy path, they won't attempt to go through this area. So if I can just close off this one section here, I should be deterred. Again, like I said, we're starting in the middle of summer to do this super large project. So it is a bit of a hassle. Right there. Okay. And then this comes down. Thank you, weather, for clearing up. I'm going to turn on that. Again, for the purposes of stream, because I know it's not a good look to just be sitting in the dark. But it is absolute waste of resources to do this, because I've yet to have to like increase my monitor brightness or something like that. I can see just fine without it. Granted, I have good eyes, so maybe that's not fair for me to say, especially for those of you who may not have the best vision. So I apologize if you take offense. It is not intended to be offensive. But as you can see, it's pretty simple to move an object back and forth, other than time, which in fairness, right, it should take time to move an object from one place to another. Anyway, so that creates an entire fence there, and then they would have to come all the way over here, which maybe we just disassemble this stuff and get the same thing going, right? We already heard it. Where's the rat? Probably not inside of our fence line. It might be, but with people sleeping over here, probably not. Good. Okay. Could I get night vision for the character? I don't know. I'm gonna just say I don't know right up front. Again, where are these rats? So if you hear them, it's not that they're just close. They are looking at you, trying to find a way around you. That's why they make a noise. Usually, if you're just like running in the forest, if they make a noise, it's because you're running towards them. They think you're gonna kill them, which is fair. But in truth, 9 times out of 10, if you hear that noise, they plotting on you. Yep. So you're just sitting over there trying to figure it out. That's funny. I think the light looks nice in general for the look and feel for the game. I agree. Definitely a fan of the design for the most part. And I think I'm running on medium-ish graphics because OBS and, you know, my Twitch settings aren't great. So, oh no, what broke? Oh, that was just a torch. Okay, the torch went out. Which I do think the torch burns more fuel during the rain, but you know, it is what it is. I am not going to use said torch again, at least not right now, as I try to finish up this fence. Super important to get done, so that way we don't have issues. Oh no. Alright, well, luckily there are trees there. Oh, it's too big, I can't break that one. Okay. Tree you, I can knock you down. You're still just waiting. You want to get to my food supply. If there's anything I'm going to protect, it's definitely food supply. I said wood, obviously that's true, because you can always forage for more food. Ooh, speaking of which, how are my villagers doing? Mostly fed. Everybody's pretty good, so that's fair. Because they're currently sleeping, so. Alright, we're good. Now that, you know, I was thinking about it while I was sitting here playing, like, who is a character, who is a person who would have trouble with this game? This is a mentality issue that I've noticed, especially for people like, this game is too hard, you know, blah, blah, blah. If you're thinking to yourself that you need to go off and kill a bunch of these animals and collect a bunch of meat for your people, that's where you're going wrong. You're spending a lot of time and resources to hunt down an animal. Now, I want to be clear about what that statement means. That is not me telling you not to, you know, play a meat-focused playthrough. You should. I would tell you that gives a level of challenge in itself, right? But when you really take into account how a village comes to be, you have to recognize how little meat impacts that. So, the hunter-gatherer concept is something that Westerners don't get, you know, very easily. The gatherer portion of that is still majority. The hunter portion of it was not always successful, one. And then two, again, you were spending a lot of time and resources on little game. So if you have to make, let's say, arrows. In this game, arrows cost you 3 sticks, 5 feathers. You have the 4 feathers, which during that foraging you could have burrowed. Alright, go away. Anyway, during that time you could have foraged for berries, mushrooms, and so on and so forth, but you were looking for feathers. You make the arrows, you make the bow. The bow requires, I don't remember. Excuse me. The bow is 2 sticks and rope. So you have to cut down a tree so you can at least get some fibers for the bark and whatnot. And then you actually have to go find the animal, shoot it a couple of times because it's not going to be a one-shot, one-kill situation, and hopefully be able to drag it back. Oh wait, when you do find the animal, you can't drag it back. You need to make a knife. So that knife here is going to be a rock and more rope as well. That's a ton of resources to get a little bit of meat. Now, let's talk about how much meat you get. You get 3 slabs of meat. 3. Depending on the age, let me use the term age, what era you're currently in. Because let's say I'm in the Stone Age right now, the era that I'm playing in. It doesn't make any sense for me to try to, you know, cook that meat over the stone fire because it's only going to be for my character. I cannot feed my people off of that. So, if I set my people off to find mushrooms, which is exactly what they've been doing. Oh, you've come, you jerk. By the way, killing them to protect our food makes a lot of sense, and we're gonna do that if we have to. And that guy really is trying to get to our food, so I think he set the path towards the food. Anyway, so going back to my statement, storage. I've already collected plenty of mushrooms to feed the few people that I currently have. So it's recognizing the effort behind that, you know. And again, this is just something that it's a mentality thing. Do you have the mentality of me man, me eat meat, which is fine. I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm saying that's not your priority at the beginning. Now, when you get to that, I'm going to say about the mid game. It's once you're established. If you feel like you can survive winter, that's when I tell you to go search for your meat. Kill some wolves, whatever. But it's not the beginning, man. Right? It's not, you know, walking into summer or even autumn, most likely. It is probably once you hit winter. Like winter time, you're ready to do some meat, cool, have at it. But your first 7 to 12 days in game, no. You're already setting yourself up for disaster, guaranteed. But that's me preaching, trying to let you know. I'm trying to let you know. Alright, so I'm going to point out that this means we're about, I'm going to say 70% done on the fence, which is good. It's very good. We need to start getting more sticks. He's back. I really want to get to my food, bro. I'm gonna have to kill him. Clearly not deterred. Why? Why? Oh, the thunderstorm thing is killing me. Absolutely killing me. Just stop already. I don't know if the game is just glitched or something because it says it's sunny out still. Oh, all right. This is a problem. So how this event works is they just keep coming. And it's a lot of them. So what you do in this case is go to the most important spots and stay nearby. They will not approach if you're there. So sitting at my gathering spots is important. But everything else is kind of like, I'll lose it. So losing our food is not acceptable. So we'll keep that. We have lots of sticks actually, so maybe I can keep working a little bit. But I need to keep an eye out. I really do. And get started. As many as I can. Look out for the things. I don't see any of them, which that's good. Looks between a goat and a bunny. I agree with that statement. Where are these hungry packs at? That's the question. I don't see them. Again, keep near the food, important. Keep near the sticks, important. I think this dude is packed. Wait a minute, did I just see mushrooms on the floor? I did. Don't care about the bone fragments. Oh, dude, he's already packed this up. I need to finish this. Goodness gracious. Well, in that case, yep, jerk. Still here. Okay, wait. So if this is packed up, what I'm going to do is unassign him from that. So he'll stop gathering because this is a wonderful sign. Food is literally full. So with it being filled, I can leave him to potentially start, you know, finishing up the fence, and that is a good thing. Yeah, they're definitely coming for our food, and I refuse to lose our food. That's just not gonna work out for me. It's not gonna work for anybody. So get some more rope going, which you're leaving. Oh, perfect. Okay. Important to have rope. Let's take a look. I got the sticks ready to go. And I've got my trusty hammer. Now, what I'm gonna do instead is, what if I can just go around and start putting some sticks in different places? Is he, well, that's not a bad thing. He can finish building this, which gives me more storage for food. So, okay, I'll take it. Which actually, with him going back and forth at the food spot, that'll be protected. They do respond to NPCs as well, mind you, so that's a good thing. And I can disassemble you, since you don't need to be here. So we have 2 guys and 1 lady, is that right? No, we have 2 ladies and 1 gentleman. Come on. Don't break hammer. Don't break hammer. Get there. Keep it going. We're getting thirsty. We'll drink water soon. Come on. Okay, so I need to make some other considerations real quick. When when do we start the summoning? And I think my first thought was, maybe I'll go off and get the Bloods of Yore, so that way I can start summoning my next person. It does take 10 minutes in game for them to get here anyway, but I'm not going to be done with the fence line before then, and the fence line is the most critical thing that needs to get done. So fence line needs to get done before I summon said person. After fence line is done, I will grab a pickaxe and get out there to find some more bloodstones. So yeah, I'm doing the right thing. It just doesn't feel that way, and I know it. Another quick call out. My woodcutter probably needs an axe. Let's double check your axe conditions. Ma'am. Oh, your axe is fine. All right. Hard-working crew. Yes, everybody is working very hard and diligently to get the work done. Okay. Eat garlic. My food on my person is low. Not a big deal. We can go get mushrooms. We got plenty of that stockpile. My hammer is about to break, so these sticks are probably gonna go straight to the hammer. And okay, wait, stick. Stickers. Can't see sticks. There we go. Question: would your character ever have a horn to reunite the people? I see what you're doing. If you want to be able to reunite people, like to call them or something like that. This game doesn't have that as a function. I mean, technically speaking, you can always interact with them from our menu screen, which you've already seen. But there's no, hey, shout to the heavens and get that person to come out here. It just doesn't happen. See? Oh. As you can see, those rats are still out here in this forest trying to get what they can. But this fence, it's turning into a thing. It's coming together. It's all coming together, Millhouse. It's all coming together. Now, I mentioned at the end of last stream when we were playing this game, you know, if a person doesn't enjoy this level of detail and effort, you're not gonna like this game. And I still stand by that. I don't think this is a game for everybody. It definitely requires a certain type of person. But with that statement, I'm going to say that I would like to challenge you to really decide, you know, play this game in a very particular way. So first, what I think everybody should do is when they load into the map, you know, figure out where they're going to live, so on and so forth, what defines your village? Our village here in this wonderful open space next to a mine, mind you, is going to be a center of trade. If you think long-term goals in a game like this, you're going to realize how, I'm not going to use the term easy because that's not correct, but how maybe easy is the correct word to say. Easy it is to imagine what this world will be for you. Not every map, not every location that you set up at is suitable for meat and iron trade and so on and so forth. Good point here is that I do have the mine next to me. What if you don't find the mine? You know, like what if your mine is literally across the map? Well, you're not going to have iron and things ready to go. So it's going to take you a few seasons potentially to set up various different locations where you can have a trade route. You're going to make a road from back and forth to move those resources, etc. Like those things are things you have to consider. So our location here is good for the most part. And I would tell you that I have lots of space to make a farm, potentially. I have lots of space to, you know, gather wood resources that you already can see. But what other problems could we potentially have? Like, that's the type of thought process. Maybe you decide to make a fishing town, you know, which is awesome. Can't find any thatch. Maybe consider another. Oh, what? Okay. But you shouldn't be looking for thatch. Although we do more stacks. And we will do another one. Real quick, what is your wood location anyway? Number one. There's not one quite literally right here. Interesting. So yeah, anyway. And I would also go ahead and say for anybody who is having difficulty, and I'm going to put this on YouTube later as well, you know, give me your map seed in a general location where you set up at, and I will do exactly that. I will build out a spot, you know, just to prove the point that yes, you were having trouble, this is how I would go about it and survive through the winter. Blah. I think I'm not going to call myself an expert, but I'm very comfortable playing this game now, and I think I understand, you know, where the pitfalls people are going to run into at. And most of it is not adhering to what is good for the location that you chose versus what is bad. There are just some places where it will not work the way that you're currently playing. See? Although I do like the fishing mechanic in this game. Fishing is actually kind of cool. I wish there was more depth. But if you do enjoy the fishing in this game, it is a very easy, reliable way to feed your people, to give meat. So, would your character bulk up? No, that's actually a good point. I haven't even thought of that, right? Does your character change based on, you know, food habits, etc.? So can you get nice and plump after living a good life of luxury because, you know, all things are running well in the village that you create? I don't think so. I've yet to see a change in the character's, frame and animation. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but I don't think so. Alright, so. Didn't actually see what day we were at when we got started. I think it was day 6. So, what is it? We're about to move into day 10. So, it took me 4-ish days to put together this fence. Because it's definitely going to be done here in a second. So, I say in a second, be done in the next few hours in game. But once the fence is done, we will move on to the next major thing. Which in truth, the next major thing is to build a cooking station so that we can make our food go longer. I'm trying to decide. And the easiest way to get fiber is to garden for it. Like, let's just be honest about it, right? The most difficult way to get enough fiber is to have your characters change bark into fiber and or thatch, which can be found on the coastlines. I am going to argue I have enough time to farm a fair amount of fibers, but it's still cutting it close if I do it that way. But I also don't want to do a bunch of roaming around and put myself in a negative position. And there's a reason why all this matters, because, well, you need to and you don't. So you need to get yourself in a situation where you're warm enough for winter, right? So that's the first statement in that. The problem becomes, of course, what does that mean? How many resources do you need? So on and so forth, right? So I'm going to do it with 4 people moving into winter. So I probably don't need to do anything else other than I probably don't need a farm with 4. My other save, I have 7, and we're in the middle of winter, and yeah, we definitely needed it. That's also because you have more people to clothe. So more people to clothe, more people to feed, etc. So yeah, more people, more resources. All right, and again, from a gameplay perspective, maybe me building a fence isn't the greatest thing in the world, but necessities, right? You gotta get the things that you need done. All right. So what is that? 4 more spots, and the fence is complete. Okay. We're doing good. Let's take a look at our people real quick. Everybody seems healthy, eating well. Food looks good. Let's take a look at our stockpiles. We're good on food. Berries went first. They'll start eating into the mushrooms, which is a good thing. So I'm not too concerned. And then, yeah, so we finish this up real quick. Not going to cut down any more trees, I don't think. Yeah. Come on. Stick. There's a stick in there. I see it. Do I see any more sticks? No. Lots of bark around. Which again, fibers for later. Those game noises made me want to go to sleep. I mean, I actually enjoy, the level of... I'm gonna say serenity this game offers. Like if you're a nature type person, you can just sit outside in the wild. Maybe you sleep in a hammock or something like that, or even a tent. Like this doesn't bother you. It gives you peace. This game does that. And I really appreciate that. And number one, I think a lot decisions that the devs made were to give you an authentic. I'm using the statement authentic. Wilderness survival experience. And I think they got it right. The more I play it, because I never write reviews, and I think I'm going to get into that, right? But I don't think a 7 out of 10 gives this game justice to what it does well and makes no apologies for it, right? What does this game do? It gives you a survival experience. Is it a good, authentic, true to real world survival experience? I'm actually going to argue to say yes. They didn't make it easy or make sure that certain types of people always had a way. No. They went down, sat down, went through some of the historic elements of what it means to live and create a civilization and gave you a progression system. I do think there are holes in the progression system, but even then, it's a solid experience. So, ambience, a little bit of ASMR, a little bit of lore, for our Viking fanatics that are out there and so on and so forth. I think they did a lot of good things. Fenrir can be better. Demon dog who's supposed to eat Odin is not the demon dog that it should be in this game. But you make some sacrifices. You shouldn't accidentally summon it and die immediately. So what can you do there? Yeah. All right. We did it. Fence complete. So just take a quick check. I got exit fence to the west there. I've got exit fence here to the north, and I have an exit fence over this direction to the east that faces the mine. I'm pretty happy with that. Lots of resources laying around. That is okay. But we are fenced in, so we're doing it. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna go find blood, so we can get a summoning done. I think that's the next important thing to have happen. So it's again, we are still in rush mode, mind you. We are not done rushing. So notice that our storage has expanded, and that's because the upgrade was completed. So yay. And our builder gets reassigned. So thank you for doing the job, dude. Get back to work. We need you to collect more food. Call that out. Okay. So other things. I'm gonna say technically, I think this is just one tile off. Yeah. So any closer on that fence and those rats could get to it. So I might straighten this a little bit later. But I don't think I'm going to spend time doing that. So, all right, cool. Like I said before, let's move on to the next gig, which is get ourselves a pickaxe. Before we do that, let me put some extra tools out here for these guys. So need an axe, which is going to be some sticks. So that's another thing to call out if you don't already know. A lot of the automated things that characters will do, you obviously can do. There's nothing in this game that only NPCs can do. Everything in this game is done by you or an NPC. So that's the whole reason why you get these level ups. If there is a type of job that you like to do, you could become proficient at it and have the best returns compared to somebody else. If you end up just being a management individual, that's fine. And at the beginning, you really do have to do nothing but management. But there's a level at which you can, start to make changes to that. And I'm coming dangerously close to that. Okay, we have a stone person, right? Yes, so we'll make 1 pickaxe for them. Actually, we'll make 2 because I need 1 too. We need some rocks. And I need 7 more sticks. Nancy, thank you for the follow. Hello, how are you? Hope you've been enjoying our time together and whatnot, and listen to me ramble on a little bit. See, this is a concern. No, I still think this is still pretty close, and I want to extend this out. Okay, keep it moving. Sticks, firewood. Come on, you're not doing your job, lady. Well, you are. I don't think it's fair for me to say. Okay. What am I looking for? I want to do stones, so that way I can get that happening. I need to get some sticks. I didn't understand. You're coming dangerously close to maxing your sales. No, this fence is dangerously close to where the rat look of things could potentially start eating my long sticks storage, and that's a concern of mine. So what I want to do once this tree is probably out of here is move this fence back 1 more cell. For those of you who keep hearing me say cell, a good way to see what I mean by that is use the level terrain tool. So this game doesn't have a dedicated grid, but you can actually kind of see it by using these cells here, right? So the game does measure distance for actions, right? And if I can reach and grab this, technically speaking, they potentially could too, but they don't look up. So that's my only concern here. So yeah, little things. Anyway, let's get to it. I said I need to do pickaxes, which means I need sticks. So let me get the sticks first. Then from the sticks, I'll make 2 pickaxes. So I said I need 7 of them. Oh, trees. These dwarf spruces will become a full tree if you leave them alone. And again, a thing that I've seen from various different people online, talking a bunch of different stuff, don't know anything about the game. Everything in this game will turn into something. Everything is technically a renewable resource. So that's a good thing. I would also tell you, don't just run around with your hoe, this wonderful looking rake thing, smacking things on the ground. Because when you do that, you free up that space or cell that you interacted with to allow for you to do something. So the only way you can truly prevent growth is by making a road. Once you make a road, nothing will grow on that road. That's how roads work in this game. On top of that, that road will give you additional energy so you can sprint while on the road. So putting all that together, right? The only time that you truly will not have a renewable resource in this game is if you've put a road over an area. That said, the time it takes for a tree to grow in real life is past our lifetime. I mean, let's be honest about it. In this game, I think the growth rate is fine. It will take about a season for an entire tree to grow. So, you know, we can. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm saying season, a year, right? You need a solid year. I said season in the sense of, you know, the world seasons. You won't see the next winter, that tree will be a tree from the spruce. I don't think that needs adjustment, mind you. I do think that it's solid, so that way you as a player have to venture out further and do various different things, especially if you're over harvesting. So I do like that. All right, so pickaxe, axe ready to go. So now woodcutter, stonecutter should be fine. My gatherer should be fine. Excuse me. Okay, so how much time do I have left in summer before autumn? Probably enough. So next question is, where can I find blood? There it is. Oh, another quick statement real quick. Oh, I say quick statement. Let's do a check. I know we haven't been over here. Oh my goodness. So after summoning said dog, The spawns do come back. I thought we would always have this negative space. I'm not gonna fight these wolves. Oh. Oh, no, he's still there. Oh. Okay. So regular wolves spawn along with our boss. That sucks. What's up, bro? You're gonna turn around, right? Nope. Nope. Keep running. Okay. How far are you gonna take me? Okay. Whew. Goodness. Question. How quick would a year feel in game? Ooh, that's a good question. I think a year is 30-ish days. So you were finished with winter by day 28, if I remember correctly. And then you're all around spring. The game does start you around mid-spring, if I recall correctly. So I would say around 30 days is a year in game. Don't get me wrong, I'm rounding. Might be a little less, might be a little more. I haven't actually sat down and written it out, so but roughly 30 days. There. All right. So we need to get our summon going so we can get our next person. And then once that summon is happening, we will, I guess, build the next building-ish. So there are 2 buildings that need to get built. I need my cooking station. So I'm a big fan of the cooking system in this game. Various recipes give you various different, effects. So everything from healing literally your health to healing sicknesses to obviously feeding your person to give you more energy. So that way it's as if you just got done sleeping. There are a lot of different returns from cooking a meal instead of just eating things raw. You said you have other saves for ASKA that you have played long. Yes, so to get the essentially winter achievement, you gotta finish winter. So I did do that in a playthrough before, which by finishing winter, you've technically done a year. It's not a full year though, because like I said before, you're already a snow strider. Ooh, wait. Snow? No, I don't like that. Battle hardened. We'll take you. All right. Anyway, yeah. So to get all the achievements, you definitely need to finish a winter playthrough, which is why, yes, I've done that. Okay, let's take a look real quick. Ooh, why you mad? Okay, not a big deal. I'll give you some extra time and a break. So 4 hours. I mean, this is enough. That's enough. Do I need you to do better? You're not doing enough. We need more wood. Because if I look at my storage right now, we don't need more wood. You're doing fine. I'm sorry. I really am. I apologize. Get some repairs going. How many real life days did it take me? I mean, that's an interesting question. Oh, goodness. I think my playtime for this game in total is just under 35 hours. So if we'd say that with 3 total saves and maybe 2 hours here originally before I started playing out of the save, and then like 3-ish, so 20-ish hours. Let's go ahead and round it. 20-ish hours to do a solid, winter in this game. A solid year in this game. Which, that says a lot, actually. I feel like a terrible person. Anyway, cottage. I need to build huts to get that going. Oh, do I have enough time? I have enough time. Yeah. Let's do it, dude. What do you need? Why are you mad? Can't find. Look, bro, you're fine. Okay. Okay, so which one should I build first? Yeah, I should build this one first. So, okay. So can I just pause it? It's close. Get away, lady. Perfect. Approximately 10 days. I mean, yes. Roughly, you know, if playing for a few hours each day, yeah. It's a weird way to say that, but yeah. I'm saying weird way because it just makes me feel weird about it. But it actually goes to show you I have played this game like anytime I've been awake with my kid, or you know, doing some other stuff, maybe just sitting around like, hey, I have nothing better to do with my time. I guess I'll just pop this game on for a little bit, and we'll build a building or you know, collect some food. Like it's nice to have small goals in this game and not burn yourself out. I can actually see you, a person starting to play this game and burn themselves out really easily. So, you know, like don't rush it. Enjoy the game. As you can see, the amount of tasks that you can do just sitting here goes a long way. So. Oh man, alright dudes. See, that's another reason why you have people working, because they will have plenty of things already ready to go and whatnot. Hello, Miss Baby Milo. Welcome to the group. Yeah, this is a problem. That's definitely a problem. I need to move that back. Crap. Okay. We good? We're good. So, how many more rocks do I have? Oh no. My stone person, are they slacking? No, are they slacking? That's not fair for me to say. We're just building lots of things really quickly, but I thought I was gonna be behind. I'm not. We're actually doing really good on time. So if we're walking into autumn like this, but that also means I'm definitely not gonna do a farm. Farming is out of the question. We don't have the time to wait around for that. Good. And good. Efficiency is key. There. Why is it a problem? Why is what a problem? I'm sorry. I missed it before, so lost context. Lost context. Alright, I can't reach that one, so we'll just toss that over. And one more toss and we're good to go. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Alright. Person's gonna be here before I get the next thing I want done. But maybe we're definitely not gonna have enough resources for it. Ooh, blood. Stone. I think we'll knock this one down. I don't want to tempt myself to summon any more people, so I won't collect any more blood. Like I said, 4 is enough. It will do the job. Here's my rock. No, you don't have to break down an entire stone. There's no reason for you to sit there working on a railroad if the railroad is done. Just keep it moving. Get what you need, move on. I will admit, I have yet to see a scenario where stone becomes larger again. I wonder if the mechanic is tied to the small stones you find. Maybe they so-called grow. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would make sense if they built it that way, but again, I haven't actually seen it done. So, all right, this is what I want to build. This wonderful looking longhouse. It's not an actual longhouse, it's a cottage, according to the game. But by the design, for those of you who know Viking lore, very reminiscent of the longhouse. There is a longhouse in this game, though. So yeah. I'm going to make this a little different than my original setup design when I looked at this. And it's because, in terms of how I want this is going to be my farm area probably next year. Since we're walking in the autumn, it makes no sense to actually try to set up a farm right now. So our house would be over here. Alright, let's clear the space real quick. Oh no. I don't like that. Okay, wait. Those skeletons can be in the way when you're building. They worked out. Okay. We're good. Come on. So when this person gets here, they're going to help me build this cottage, and they will be the first residents of the cottage. So why did we want the cottage? Why did I take the time to build this instead of something else and build them the other shelter, so on and so forth? The cottage actually comes with a fireplace. If for some odd reason you do not get to the point of making linens or leather, so that way your character can be warm by clothing, the cottage and fire will be your other method. Combining them obviously makes sense, but giving, more leisure time during the winter so that way they can warm up goes a long way, and this place here will do the job. So that's why we chose the cottage. You said earlier that someone built something in a bad spot, so why is it going to be a problem? So, oh no, I built the fence in the bad spot, and after upgrading, the reach of where those long sticks are is definitely where those rats can get to, and I don't want to lose long sticks as far as resources are concerned, because we're gonna need them. We are gonna need them. Let me call out right now, since it's 2 o'clock in the morning in game. We haven't had another attack, right? No more blood moons. And I'm going to say a major reason for that is because, hey, I have a huge fence. So without the fence design, you actually do have more blood moons that will happen. I'm just calling that out. Now, the other fairness part is, the game could be giving me some grace. I've got about 8-ish days before the bear attack, right? And the bear attack is going to be something that's going to test my nerves for sure. Don't think we'll get to it on this stream, but it is something to be concerned about. And how are we going to deal with the bear attack? For me, I'm going to get myself a bow and make sure I have some food cooked. But yeah. We're good? Okay, so now I need to do some work. Oh, food. How are we looking at food? We look golden. Things are fine. So I'm going to leave that alone. No worries. I didn't realize I had the small pickaxe still, so we're going to run through that condition just to get it off of my my character's inventory, to have inventory space. So and big rocks into little rocks. So in game, how do they justify, there will be a bear attack? They don't. You don't know a bear attack is going to happen until you know it happens. So that's actually an interesting thing. For me, when I started playing, when I finally made it to winter or whatnot, I had no idea the bear attack was coming. So, I'm like, la 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 la, life is good. I've got food. I was learning the cooking system, and all of a sudden the game was like, bear is coming. And I was like, what? And so I luckily was in a position where I could defend myself, but trying to explain how this went down. I almost peed myself. Let's just say it that way, because I was holding my butt cheeks, and then on top of that, I ended up like after dealing with the bear, because I never research a game when I'm first playing. I always like to have like a fresh experience, especially when I'm trying to do achievements. So when I got all the achievements in this game, it was one of those things like, yeah, I accomplished something, blah, and I looked at all the percentages and whatnot, and it's like, cool. So when the bear attack happened, I was just very much trying to figure it out, and the bear doesn't leave. It's not like you just run in circles and the bear will just stop. Look, the bear was like, no, 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 we're about to have a fail day on you, sir. I got the bear down to about 70% health, and that's when it left. It was right before, excuse me, it was right before dawn as well. But after that experience, I was like, man, bear attack. Like, I hadn't seen that. Dude, blood moons typically do that. And I was moving into winter, so I felt comfortable looking it up. Well, I found out that there is a bug that the bear could stay permanently and try to destroy everything and kill everything unless you kill it. So I didn't know that ahead of time. If I would have had that bias in my mind, like the idea of a bear showing up, might have prevented me from even playing. Now they've already patched the bug that causes it, and a lot of it has to do with, the coding and how things are done. But even with the bug, if you had gotten the bear down to around 70% health, it's coded to leave. So no matter what, play it through and you'll have a good experience, and that's what worked for me. So, and then again, this is me justifying the fact that I just don't like to look up at the people's stuff, personally. But I'm saying that to people as they sit here and watch me stream, right? I'm not saying anything about it to somebody else who does the same thing. Please enjoy. It's just my way of approaching challenges is to have, a very unique experience without having other people's biases. And there are certain games where I don't care about. There are definitely games out there. It's like, dude, look it up. There's no reason for you to sit there and struggle. Elden Ring, good example. But this game, I feel like this is the type of game where the exploration is part of the fun. So yeah. It's a major part of the experience. I feel like if you looked up a bunch of the hidden details in this game and found answers, like you'd have no reason to actually play it. See. Ooh, problems. Upgrading, already done. Okay, none of that matters. Cool. What am I doing? I need a better axe. So I'm just gonna take this one and hope her axe is good to go. Oh, actually, that's a good point. So the bear event in this game is the equivalent of the helicopter event in Project Zomboid. Yes. So when the bear attacks here, which is the end of autumn, that is your helicopter event. And it's really a question of whether or not you're ready. Are you truly ready to survive in this game? And once you've made it through that rite of passage, you continue on. Now, there is another so-called event in winter number 2, apparently. And I haven't seen that event. I haven't played that long. But it has nothing to do with Achievements 1. Like, you're not gated at that point. So, but the game does scale. I'm going to call that out, too. So, let's say that you do super awesome level work. All your villagers get kitted out. You've got weapons. You've got iron and stuff. By day, let's say day 26, right? The blood moon that occurs, whenever it does occur, will have draugrs instead of skeletons, for example. And there will be 4 of them instead of 2 when they first come out. which are essentially a stronger enemy. Like the game does scale to what you're doing. So if you are not ready or you think you're going to be over prepared, you're not going to be over prepared. Being over prepared, the game is still going to adjust where you are, and you might not understand how to fight the new mod. So, something to think about too. So, do you think in every survival game they need an equivalent of a helicopter event? That's a good question as well. I think from a gameplay perspective, the helicopter event, as you say, the event that tests whether or not your survival combat skills are in place, I think is important because there are a lot of mechanics that you could use to never have to fight. I just pointed out, set up a fence of your entire living space and your combat experience is going to be minimal. All right. So if that's true, you know, there's needs to be an event that pushes you to be prepared for a fight. That's what the bear event is in this game. For Project Zomboid, that's what the helicopter event is supposed to be, you know, and in various other survival games, that's true too. There's always an event that ensures that you're truly ready to deal with what we're dealing with. And if you are, good to go. I would tell you, you know, 70% of Project Zomboid players never make it past the helicopter event, never make it past 6 months worth of living a game and so on and so forth. Like all of these things are markers to tell you how you play. And they're important. They're very important to have, in my personal opinion. Not to mention they shake things up. You know, even this game, for example, it is very easy to get yourself into a routine where it's like, yeah, I wake up every morning, I make food for everybody, I ensure X, Y, and Z is happening. You know, we check some markers, blah, everything's fine in the world. Bear, like it, it changes, you know, what is happening. It gives you a reason to say, oh snap, let's reassess. I like that about any survival game. Alright, cool. Like I said before, I'm building this house as quickly as I possibly can at the moment, mostly because I have an individual who is homeless. Let me show you real quick. He is homeless, so he doesn't have a place to go rest himself. You are still mad, lady. Work hours, work anxiety. Why is your work anxiety? It's because I did upgrade the. Wait a minute. Oh, this is not a problem though. Yeah. Okay. She need to get over herself. How we doing? How we doing? A little bit of rain never hurt anybody. And of course, we're prepared to deal with the worst. Might write a bad Yelp review. That's fine. If the Karen gives me a bad Yelp review, I'll get over it. One more to go. Oh, he collected some sticks while he was out here. Good. Yeah, sorry. Game. Alright. 3 sticks left. Aha, each to it. Drop the stick. Drop it. You really gonna take it all the way back over there? Fine. Okay, let's there it is. Perfect. One. Did I really only get 1 stick out of that? No, there's 2. Okay. And then I think the last thing that comes from this. Oh no! What happened? I thought it was 2. Did I pick up the other one? Oh, there we go. There it is. Bark. It's the last thing. So once the bark comes in, goodness, we will have the cottage ready to go. And then autumn is quite literally just a process of yeah, I need to get to that. Firewood. Don't think anything else to drop here. Anyway, autumn's going to be a process of getting everybody clothed once this building is done. So, yeah, that's not true. I need to make the cooking station as well. I forgot about that. So, this building, cooking building, and then, goodness, prepare. So, let's do the work from over here. I'm pretty sure I have lots of bark around here. Yep. It's firewood, not a big deal. You can pick everything up anyway, except for resin. Resin does not degrade, mind you. So there's no durability tied to resin, and it's used for all of your oh goodness, fire sticks, torches. That's the flimsy torch and the hand torch are all use resin for fire. So can you customize what you're wearing any type of way? Yes, mostly in color. So once you have made the linen and or leather, you can have it dyed, and that would be the way to customize it. So mostly color. You have a bunch of sticks. Can I take those from you? Perfect. Thank you. This for the door. Okay. I didn't need that. Drop you. Make our rope. God. Did we work hard? Yes. Yes, we did. We got our person a place to sleep, which is important. So, manage house. Signed. Aha. See what I mean? Comes with a fireplace. Awesome. We're actually going to sleep for a moment as well. I'm going to take the energy bonus and just give myself a second to stretch a little bit. Alright, so there we go. And there's your energy bonus that I was talking about. So you see the lightning bolt at the bottom there. You're also going to notice if you're looking at my health bar, it is increasing, and you will recover energy faster by sleeping. And that, by the way, you don't regenerate health naturally. And then on top of that, the energy bonus allows you to move faster. This rain will not happen every time. So that graphic issue that you see rain inside the house, it's only because it was already raining when I finished this house. So the next time it rains, that won't happen again. I'm just calling it out. Alright, cool. Now, I always like to have my cooking station near the homes. The reason for that is because the first thing that they're going to do when they get up in the morning is grab some food. They will take food with them to wherever their work site is, etc. It makes sense when you stop and think about it, so food will go here. Just got my thought. That is some heavy rain. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, food is also... don't start flying. Perfect. Alright, so we pen that. Let's get to work, man. We've got all these resources. never assign workers to cooking stations or fires because they do not manage fires effectively. The AI here will just let anything burn. They don't like turn off the fire if the fire isn't in use. I take issue with that personally. You've been having a bit of a country voice. Are you saying my voice is bad? Or are you saying that I've just been speaking with an accent? I'm curious. Alright, so stone is done with this. After stone gets completed, I will make another thing of rope. Perfect. Let's go get some sticks. So we turned around an otherwise bad start. I'm just calling it out right now. So anybody who's played this game enough could have told you that our original setup was pretty poor. So we've definitely turned all of that around, and we're in a way more functional state, which is super good. Some of the sentences I've been saying with a southern accent, that's fair. I mean, my family is originally from South Carolina, so, you know, sometimes my southern drawl may come out. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving. Notice that I can just basically sit here and cut much longer. And it's because that lightning bolt is still with us, right? So we have more energy, which means we have more swings, more actions, more runs, etc. So, is it beneficial to you to sleep? Is the question. The answer is yes. And then this should do it for the cooking station. After this, I'm going to assign our builder guy to be our workstation hut guy who makes tools. Yeah. And then we'll start preparing officially for winter. I think there's one more building. I shouldn't use the word building. Attachment that we're going to need, but we'll deal with that later. Okay. So I'm now going to store you. I don't need it. I'm going to store you. I don't need it. You will be assigned a worker, which is this builder. And then queue up the task. So that's all true. Other things that need to get built. What else needs to be here? I like the idea of ensuring that we have at least one weapon, a bow, and 20 arrows at any given time. So solid. That also means now, ooh, crap. I need to get these people from those shelters because he's gonna get the most rest. So, yay. Newest person to the village gets the best house. These houses can fit, I think, 6, but I've only done 4 of them. And it's mostly a visual cosmetic thing, right? So let's point that out real quick. If we take a look at furniture, thatch bed, blah. So bed can go here, bed can go there. I think I could probably put 8 in here if I really wanted to squeeze them in, but I feel like it's wrong, so that's why I don't do that. So who else do I want to have? You know what? My woodcutter has been talking about not liking life, so you'll get in here too. Both beds are now assigned, and I will make another bed later. New life and building discount. Yes, absolutely. And speaking of that, we are going to offer all of our people something beautiful. start making some food. So, remember I said that, you know, the way this works is they will get up in the morning and say to themselves, I want food. Excellent. So we're going to start cooking. Store. There. And put the firewood in here. So if you look at the circle down there at the bottom with the firewood and you see that it goes up into the red, it's over 100%. That means the fire will burn hotter, which means things will cook faster. That's effectively how that works. So, sure. And make some eggs. And then you store or deposit the food where they can come and grab it in the morning. My well, I can take this water first. Yep. And so I find I'm cooking a fair amount pretty quickly, so. But even then, that essentially puts everybody in a situation where, you know, again, they're gonna wake up, they'll get themselves some decent food instead of raw food from now on, and this will be the way moving forward. So, what else we got? I think what I'll do is finish up the eggs. Get that going. I don't know if our guy collected any good veggies, but we'll unlock some of the recipes. That's another thing I want to point out, though. This game, the way that things work, is you assign tasks based on the knowledge that you have, right? So in the case of cooking, let's say that you don't want to be the one cooking, you're going to assign somebody to it. You need to learn the recipe before you can assign workers to use that recipe. So that means you've had to cook it once before. That's just kind of what I'm calling out. So, yeah. All right. And now I'm curious to see what this does. I'm pretty sure it will give me a vegetable soup because of that mixture, but we'll see in a second. All right. And okay, so food station looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to make a warehouse later to store our cooked food, which is a recommendation I have for anybody as well. Yeah, it did make vegetable soup. I was right. Sweet. All right, so what else am I gonna do? Let's take those. Take that. Let's go ahead and learn how to make mushroom soup. Oh man, I need to make sure I get water. So the only thing I don't like, let me back up. I do like this. I just recognize how many people won't like this. You do have to do a fair amount of running back and forth in order to put water into the thing. But again, this is a game about resource management. I think it is fair operation. I just acknowledge how annoying it can be. And you have to be in a really good routine to run back and forth to your well, whatever your water source is. Oh, and don't forget about your food because you can burn it, and after that it's no good. You just wasted the resources. All right, so am I happy with that? I am filled on food for villagers when they wake up in the morning, which is pretty soon. I am getting hungry, and now take a look at this. By eating mushroom soup, which is arguably my favorite recipe in game, you get well fed, you get well hydrated, and you'll get energized. That is basically every major bonus in the game with the exception of the strength bonus that you can get from food. So it is a solid thing to do to get mushroom soup. The veggie soup will heal you, which is why I like to carry one of those as well. And essentially you're covered down. So for this game, food, the cooking mechanic Yeah, it's a little basic. I ain't gonna lie about it, but at the same time, it does have benefits that I think a lot of people will skip up on, will skip out on, if they don't pay attention. Yeah. Sadly enough, a lot of people don't pay attention. So, all right, I'm happy with that. We'll get the bed stuff in a little bit. I need to do this extension real quick. So extend you to this, yes. And we keep it moving. Mushrooms are always great. Yep. Yep. Got 4 there. These jerks probably eating all the things I originally had, but not a big deal for the moment. I'll deal with that. Sticks. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we got the sticks. We have the rocks. Mostly. So once this hut gets done, then we can start on the next part, which will be the linens. And then once that's done, once it's built, then all we start doing is making the linens, and we're basically done. So before the end of summer, which we are approaching, moving into autumn, are we almost ready to manage effectively for winter? The answer is yes. So in a single season, if you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to be prepared for winter. But I also have limited people, so at the moment, defending, everyone here is essential, right? So nobody can die. I can't let that happen. And I don't have space for warriors, right? So that means all invasions are on me to address. So, it's kind of one of those things like, how are you playing? In our case at the moment, we have limited room for error. Let's just say it that way. Limited room for error. Or it feels like you have a village? Yes. Oh, we have a village. Is it welcoming to all just yet? No. But we definitely have a village. Sure. See, people are waking up in the morning already, and let's go ahead and just take a look at them real quick as they head over to the food and collect our meals. He will take... perfect. No more raw food for you guys. I will be cooking meals. This is the other thing they do during their leisure time. They will pray, which is what they're doing when they come to this wonderful rock, which handles all of our summonings and various other objects. So, yeah. Anyway, back to work for me, because I don't have to pray and do any of those things. Long stick is what I'm looking for. Now I've chopped up a couple, not a big deal. Are there any more out here? Oh my goodness, I didn't break this all the way down? Oh, no. Are you getting any worse training your villagers? No. So, like I said, at this point, because we're going with the bare minimum at the moment, we don't have the space to have a warrior. Because what does a warrior do, right? They defend the village. And when they're not defending the village, they should be training to defend the village, which means they're just taking resources and potentially defending those resources. But at the moment, with defense and how the game mechanics work, we are enough. We are enough. I am not prepared to deal with the bear. Let me say that now. I need to get the old boy or new guy, working towards that end, which means having more things built out, but he should be starting on that. So sometimes you have to trust the process. Good there. Make sure you close the fence, otherwise you'll be letting in your scavengers. So So what god are they praying to? The gods. I don't have dedicated, shrines just yet for them to select their choice of gods within Norse mythology just yet, but the gods as a whole in this case. So we can just say Odin to keep it simple. It is the Eye of Odin as far as that structure is concerned. So, all right. Wait for it. Wait for it. Feel like you're not gonna do anything else here, are you? No. You're gonna collect those sticks, grab some more wood. That's fine, dude. Let's get closer so I don't have to do a bunch of running back and forth if I'm gonna chop down another tree. Yeah. So this one here will just give me more visibility anyway, so I will take it. Do they pray to us as the character because we are the demigod? No. Oh. Other than being very friendly and being hello as you pass by, they do not pray to us. Alright, now he should be able to work in peace without having to worry about those stupid rats, so we should have no more problems. It's another thing I'm glad I don't have to worry about. Trees don't like break down things when they fall, so they don't harm you. They won't break your structures. Something I actually legitimately tried testing, and I was like, I wonder if, felling a tree on an animal or on myself or so on and so forth. I did a lot of testing to see things like that. So, but it's just the animation. Oh, it is completely harmless. Hey, Miss Baby, how are you doing? I'm doing well. We're still building. Unfortunately, it's Sunday night. That means I have to think about when I have to get offline too. I've been sitting here like, when's a good time to stop? I'm having fun, and that's always a good thing. My intent for this Let's Play is that anybody who, one, decides to look at it can have a true understanding of what the game does. Two, one, I think it's fun to play alongside other people and get a full understanding of, game mechanics and whatnot, be able to talk about things that everyone's found, so on and so forth. So I don't have an intended goal other than to get through a full year. So that means that if I can do a season per Let's Play, because this will go on YouTube, then I feel satisfied. So I'm definitely not going to sign off until summer is over. But yeah. So Miss Baby, are you just hanging out, or are you planning on getting this game? What is your opinion of ASKA as you've been seeing it, either from me or other people out there? Let's get it. Let's get it. Should be able to finish up this upgrade pretty quickly. Do I have 30 rocks? I'm the only builder in town. That's right. Speaking of which, do I have any errors? I'm doing the upgrade right now, so. Been playing for a few days now. Cheers. Two more to go. Now, I'm going to point out real quick that, there is a fair amount of space, in this defended area. There's a reason for that. I have lots of plans, but I honestly should not have to extend my fence too much more than this. Just calling that out too. All right, one more rock and this is done. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this, huh? Game. Game. Alright. Perfect. Okay. Next up, the weaver. So this is how you make your linens, right? Fibers turn into textile materials, and then leatherworking if you've been doing lots of hunting, for example. But anything other than that is unnecessary for your first year, for sure. Put you here. Good. Alright, so essentially once I get done building this, the whole point of my existence from now on will be to make the leather. Ooh, wait, pickaxes. No, I am producing pickaxes. Excuse you, game. I thought I was. I don't have pickaxes on the list. Oh, I'm sorry. Large stone pickaxe. Great. Well, it told me, that's for sure. Good. Take, yes. Do I have, oh, perfect. Okay, I can literally get everything else on my own. Oh, I don't like breaking rocks. It's just not my speed. There we go. Deposit. Don't need to carry a bunch of food around on me to make it go off. Food in containers will last longer, so let's just call that out. We're talking like 4 times longer. 1, 2, and 3. All right, perfect. So rope, good to go. Grab 1 more stone, and then I'll also, while I have the stone, grab bark where I can. You have multiple use. Do you have a multi-use tool in game? No. No, every tool is individual and unique. Granted, every tool can also be a weapon, but other than that, no. Alright. I need the dude to come out and finish making my bow and arrow setup. I don't see a bow and arrow on the... Yeah. Actually, I see the arrows. Oh, he does have the bow and arrow. Okay, my bad. My bad. Doing his job. Now I'm ready to deal. I'm ready to deal with the bear. I only need 20 arrows to deal with the bear. I'm not going to kill it, like I mentioned before. All we're going to do is do our best to make it go away when that time comes. And again, it's good to have, you know, the ability to fight if it comes down to that. Okay, what else do I need here? I need more long sticks. I need bark. I need regular sticks. Goodness gracious. Well, like I said before, I'm definitely in a position now where I am ready to deal with winter. So the villagers continue to surprise you. Their efficiency. True. But efficiency is not great because, well, they're happier. You're not. And I need to do something about your stone cutting. I got it. I got it. And working you harder. That's fair. So let's do that. And you should be happy. So, work hours adjusted. Probably shouldn't have to cut down a bunch of trees. I'm saying that, but it doesn't mean that it's true. We got some stuff laying around. It might just make more sense to go ahead and knock them down, though. Go ahead and get started with it, so think about it. Efficiency is key. Come on, game. Game. Okay. Alright. So, if I get to a point where I feel like, you know, everything is hunky-dory, I will summon another villager. But I'm just not convinced that's going to work. So, give me a second and let me, well, let me show you first what I found the best thing to do is. So, hang on. You just randomly came out here to grab stuff, huh? There's a big tree. Now I know PRMR said, you know, the sounds of wood cutting along with the woods and so on and so forth was putting them to sleep, which is fair. I am gonna say that I am like super wide awake in this game. I know there are other games I played. There are times where I've been playing Project Zomboid and I feel like, man, I'm about to fall asleep. Like, this game doesn't do that to me. This game makes me very alert and engages me. And I think, you know, again, that speaks to people's personalities. Mine puts me here. Question, do you think if a workplace gives smoke spray, they should also let other employees do whatever they want for 15 minutes? Yes, yes I do. Don't get me wrong, the issue with the smoke break or not is really just because of how, you know, people see it. It's like, what are you doing with your time? With a smoke break, you can clearly state what a person is doing with their time. They're smoking. With virtually anything else, people get, you know, in the when you could be doing something else. You know, it's not a defined thing that you're going to do, and that goes to, you know, the average person's, average manager's level of control they want to have over the employees, and that's good and bad. I mean, a manager does need to have a certain level of control over their employees, so that way things get done. But at the same time, 15 minutes, go stretch. Move your legs. Take a moment to, you know, get your eyes off the screen, depending on what type of work you do. There are a lot of reasons that you can come to justify that 15-minute break. And the issue is, you know, not offering a level of grace to people because you want to know exactly what somebody is going to be up to. Yeah. It is 100% a control thing. If somebody who is not willing or pushes back on giving you your 15-minute break, because it's not a smoke break, that you're not a smoker, is pretty much a control freak. Let's just be honest about it. But the smoker, they get it because we know what they're doing. They have an issue. They're going to smoke. It's funny. Alright, what time is it? So, teams are important. So with 4 people, right, to feed, having one cooking session every other day and filling that is enough. With 7 people, you got to do more than that. So, you know, the amount of people you have is going to dictate how you play. Oh, very important to call out. Very important to call out. Alright, we're almost there though. Like I said, once this gets done, we put ourselves in a situation where literally all we're doing is making everyone their linens. Oh no! It's fight time, huh? Where is it coming from? It's coming over from the wolves area. Did he make my weapon? Yes. Yes, he did. Alright. Can we get to you before you break in my fences? Where are you coming from? I see it. Jump over the fence. You guys just have swords. Remember I said something about hitboxes, right? Ah. Slow down, slow down, slow down, calm down. Okay, that used way more stamina than it needed to. Alright. Well, thank you for showing up, guys, because I needed some bones. So. Oh, not what I need to have happen. Hammer. Oh no, I need to find some sticks. Okay. Well, since I'm on this side. Good. Here. Weapon. Think you feel more awake in the game because you're thinking constantly moving parts, etc. Yes, that's very possible. There are definitely a lot of moving parts to consider, and this game does make you think it through. Alright, so we're likely going to have one more spawn before the night is over, so I'm waiting for that to happen, and then we'll move on. That's interesting. Didn't know you can get metal scraps from these guys. I guess that's their sword being broken down. I think it'd be more cool if we can just get their sword, but alright. For me, peasy, I can get a sleepy. Matter of your voice, plus immediate danger, but it's your voice, not the game. Fair enough. I know I've mentioned it before, you know, if you put me on at night and whatnot to get to go to sleep, I'm fine with that. If it gets you there. You just tune in to BV as I sit here and murder zombies or build a civilization out of nothing. Whatever it is. I need to build those. Oh wait. Here, person. Am I just hearing myself? Yes, I'm freaking out because I'm hearing myself. Okay. I feel like we're good. I feel like we're good. I need to get some food. I say that, there's food right next to me. I think we're good. Very cool. Well, since that's happening the way it is, for ASKA is the nature night noises that remind me. Yeah, I actually like the idea of playing ASKA before bedtime, and like having nights. Ooh, there it is. Because it puts you in a situation where you know your brain is in the right space. Oh man, what is it with the no? Oh, I didn't get you fast enough. It's another thing. Can they adjust this AI to acknowledge you a little bit better? It's like you're not acknowledged until you hit them. It's really, so why I was like no was because repairing the fence is resources, and I would prefer to have to recharge my health than it is to repair a fence. run off now. Yep. Alright, well, they run faster when they're running from the sun. But we did it! We made it. You gain that's mixed up when you were asking me about the characters. Oh, you're thinking about Project Zomboid when you were asking about the characters. Wait, here? That makes sense, I suppose. I mean, we still are playing a game where nutrition matters. So I don't think it's a far stretch to think, hey, could you potentially be getting heavier or smaller through the actions that you take? What's it gonna take to repair you? A stick. That's not bad. So yeah, if you can tell, you know, we thought through what we should be doing here. So when I unlock that, now this is the only problem I have here, right? This mine, you can't really do anything about the resources. When a person collects anything out of the mine, they put them right outside of it. So the storage there, I haven't really figured out a good way to defend it. Now, I'm saying that I haven't done anything with a mine yet. Like, not really. I've gone inside one. I know how the mine functions. Like, that's kind of the extent I went to. But I've yet to make metalworking happen in this game. So, putting that out there. And I don't think we'll get to that. You know, in this Let's Play, what's going to happen is we're going to finish winter and feel pretty comfortable. So, I also don't think we're going to finish summer. I thought that day 12 was it. I think it's day 15 that's the end of summer. So, and I don't think I'm going to make it that long because I do still have to get up in the morning. And this is going long. We're going to make it to like 3 hours in terms of time. That'll go on YouTube. I feel obligated to cut that down. But at the same time, you know, it is what it is. So maybe I just retitle everything and make this summer, the first one spring, you know, the second one is autumn, and then finally winter when we get there. Maybe that's how we'll do the Let's Play. So that way, through 4 episodes, you'll have a full year to watch. Think it through. Think it through. Alright. Like I said, the very important that I get these linens going, so. And it's really just because you have no idea how expensive linen is to make in this game. Like, and we say the word expensive in the sense of it requires X amount of resources to make one item. It's a lot. Back to your statement, PRMR, you said that because he's basically a demigod, you know, weight's not that important. I wouldn't agree with that at all, actually. There are many demigods in mythology who still had lives and various different body types to take care of. So, yeah. And being a demigod doesn't necessarily mean that you're immortal either. No. Good. Good. Oh, annoying. I need to find some sticks. Hopefully my wood person found some already. Food more. Oh. We need to find another foraging spot. Take a look at our food storage. Oh, we're golden. I do need to put one up though. Okay, I see. I keep talking about this, so let me do it like that. I'm gonna put away this. Nope. I'm gonna put away this. There you go. Do I think the game should add a weight variable? No. No, I don't. Oh, I think most games who try adding weight variables and whatnot do it in such a strange way that it makes it more difficult for people to comprehend what's going on. I mean, the average person isn't a nutritionist, and I wouldn't expect a dev to get it right either. So, it's hard, and I acknowledge that. And for a game like this, if you're gonna do it, you need to do it very, very well. Recognizing that would just put more stress on the player at the beginning of the game to find whatever their food source is going to be and ensure it's enough calories, because just eating berries, yes, will keep you alive, but you will lose weight. You know, that is a true statement. So, oh, here we go. All right, so linens. Now, let's take a moment and take a look at what this means. Now that we have linens, what it takes to have winter survival for each character is going to be at least a shirt, a pair of pants, and a thin linen hood. The cape is also good to get, but between them, I would tell you get the hood, because some rain protection is going to help during those winter storms. That is a lot, because let's now take a look at this, right? We're talking 7 rolls of linen, another 8 for the pants, and another 6 for here. So that is just over 20 rolls of linen, and that's 4 fiber per linen. We're not even adding in the thread in that particular case. You're talking about a ton of fiber that you're going to go through. So the reason why it's so important to do it, you know, a season ahead of time is how much work it is to get your hands on that much fiber. And the best way to do it is truly to farm. I'm not gonna lie about it. That doesn't mean it's the only way to do it. So, yeah. All right, so now that we're here, I'm gonna start finishing doing some things and start working on the fibers, and we need to rest ourselves. And actually, I think this is where we stop for the night. So let's lay our character down real quick and recover some of that health. We did take some shots, so not to mention waking up with a little more energy would be good too. We should be about a day off from, you know, winter coming in. So tomorrow will be day 14, which will be the last day of summer, and then day 15 will bring us into autumn. During that time period, we need to, at this point, you know, we gotta stock up on fibers. We need to start getting those linens going. But in truth, if we just take a look at our people, most of us are pretty happy. They have some work anxiety over here. Oh, don't feel safe in your own home. That's cool. I will, you know, have you move into the hut soon. Oh, I'm sorry, the cottage soon. But if you're in the cottage, you're happy. If you're not, you know, maybe not. Why are you so happy? Let's take a look at your characteristics. Sorry. Forager, lumberjack strength. I mean, they just have a sunny disposition. All right, so you're just a happy person. So what's wrong with you? Personality-wise, thirst giant, just drink water. Stout constitution, winter, cold resistance. Stone clumsy. Oh, I put somebody who is bad at working with stone as the worker with stone. That's why you mad. You just doing the type of job that you hate. That's fair. That's fair. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, maybe we swap your roles. So instead, maybe the stone cutter becomes the workshop worker. Okay. See, these type of things matter, and I never looked at, you know, their characteristics before. So sorry. My bad. And you aren't doing anything. And that's because all your tasks are done. So that's the problem here. We're going to add tasks. You're going to start. I need linens. So let's have him do the pants, the shirts, and the cape. That's your job now. So pants, shirt, and cape. So as he makes those, what will happen is he'll put them here, and then when people need, or once they realize clothes are available, they'll come get them. I'm going to swap the jobs now so I don't forget, because the last thing you want is your people to leave, and yes, they will leave on you. So you are no longer the stonecutter. You now can be, you are going to go here. And then we'll swap you to here. There. Alright, now everybody should be happy. My bad, lady. Again, sorry about that. Was not paying attention, and it seems everybody's cooked. So, well, we'll leave cooking for next time. But yeah, summer. ASKA. Let me say it now. You're playing it wrong. If you're having a bad experience, if you feel like you're not getting somewhere, if you feel like you're not prepared for winter, so on and so forth, I will tell you now that it's not that hard. It really isn't. So we turned it around in less than a season, and this is going to be a bustling town by the time I get done with it. All right, but as usual, if you made it this far in the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the YouTube things for my Twitch crew. We had 3 subscribers tonight, 3 followers. So, cheers to all of you for all of you who popped in. Thank you for taking the time to say hello, Miss Baby, and I hope to see you again. But with that, we're at the end. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.